Hey everybody. Hey everybody, it's your boy TY of Stone Muscle checking in. It's been maybe about a week, almost 2 weeks since I last came on here and gave some insight on what it's like, to be a juvenile delinquent and to do some time in a penitentiary. Um, Today, let me start off with saying I'm wearing Dolce & Gabbana, light blue, very, very good. Uh, Very nice smell, very flowery. Um, Something that I really like. It wasn't my favorite choice, but when a female friend of mine, when she smelled it, she said, "Oh my goodness," she said, "Tyrone," she said, this is fabulous." So I wear it probably about once a week or something like that. And I'm also drinking not from a red cup or not from a styrofoam cup. I'm drinking Malbec wine. Um, this is one of my favorites. Actually, it is my favorite. I'll actually show you the bottle. My boy Dangerous gave this to me. I call him Dangerous, but his name is Dave. Real good friend of mine. Really good dude. Always just gives me stuff when random and just shows me a lot of love. Can cook. Always comes up and he's married with like two fabulous kids. I think they're in college now and just doing real well. Living in a really nice neighborhood. Really good friend of mine. Um, the reason I gave him the name Dangerous is because one time we were over a friend's house and he had asked us to move his pool table. And this pool table happened to be, goodness gracious, it had to be about close to 500, 600 pounds. So as we were moving from the basement, the pool table from the basement into the driveway, so a person could pick it up because he was selling it. This pool table was so heavy. It was, I used to be a power lifter. I power lifted for 2 years. And if you know anything about powerlifting, you have to bench press, deadlift, and squat. Well, my best deadlift was close to 500 pounds. And I was only maybe about 148 pounds at the time. And I came in second place at the state meet. This guy named Brian Siddell, he picked up 525. And I don't really get into race and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Because I don't want people to get offended. But this white boy was bad. He was bad. He was probably about 5'8.5", 5'9". Like I said, you had to be 148 pounds, ripped to the bone. Could see every muscle just popping out of this guy's powerlifting outfit, and picked up 525 like it was nothing. Well, anyway, let me get back to this pool table. This pool table felt like it was maybe about 800 pounds. So as we were moving the pool table up from the basement to the driveway, Danger was just, he acted like it was nothing. And I'm sitting here, my back is straining, my hamstrings are on fire. My hamstrings are on fire. And this guy just, you know, I'm friends with a lot of white guys. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I don't look at race like that. And he's maybe about 2 years younger than me. I think he's 50 years old or something like that. Picked it up and was talking to me. he was talking to me like it was nothing as we were picking this up. And like I said, my hamstrings and back was, and I'm a weightlifter. I've been a weightlifter. Right after that, I said, man, man, you're dangerous, man. And the name stuck. And it's no joke. Not only is he a nice guy, but somebody strong like that will put a whooping on you. this guy, this guy, I'm telling you, to take a dude down like this, he would put a whooping on you. It's not going to be no easy win. And I'm not talking about fights like that and stuff like that, or I mean, if you want to fight, join MMA or go into boxing or become a wrestler or something like that. Because fighting on the streets nowadays in America is not even a fair fight. Because these guys nowadays will just go to their car and get their weapon and take you out of here. I don't want to talk about that because that's just something that's not positive on this website that I'm trying to delay. Because, like I said, my juvenile delinquent series and my penitentiary talks, everything that I've been through, I would rather the people out there that's listening to this gain something from it. Now, like I said, this site is going to be basically, Stone Muscle is going to be basically on what I eat, how I lift, what I drink, as far as how much water I drink. You know what I mean? Because water is very, very important. I want people to understand that I'm going to do a site or content or a subject on water alone, because I'm telling you, that's how important it is. And a lot of people don't drink it the way they should. And I think it'll actually reverse the aging process of whatever age that you look like now. And it just gives you a nice glow and nourishes the skin and, flushes out all the toxins and the waste and that your body, will have by eating the food of today and breathing the air of today and so forth. I can't remember what this series is on, but I think it is in Life in General, Part 1. So the other day I was walking through the park, and this was like I guess it was a predominantly white neighborhood. And I had my headphones on, my earplugs, and I'm sitting there listening to music, and I'm walking, minding my business. And I know that I have a look about me, maybe that might offend people or scare people. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Because, like I said before, I'm not into doing anything to hurt anybody. I never intended to, and I never would. You know what I mean? I'm just an ordinary guy, or at least I think I'm ordinary, but I'm not, because I happen to be black in America. And walking through the park, and as I'm walking through the park, and it was probably about a 2-mile course. And like I said, it was predominantly white. So by the time I walked around to the beginning part where the parking lot was and stuff, there was a Upper Dublin cop in his patrol car sitting there with his car faced towards the track. So these eyes right here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, these eyes that I have right here see through everything. I read people's body language, their facial expressions. I just surveil everything around me. So as I was walking around, I noticed that he was looking at me to see if I guess I was a threat or something like that, because I guess I passed one of these old ladies. I think the name of the park, it's in Fort Washington, not Fort Washington, it's in Upper Dublin. It's called Mundock Park. It's called Mundock Park. And I guess I walked by someone who felt offended. And for what reason, I do not know. I could not explain to you. But I guess, and I knew I knew he was looking at me. Now, I don't dislike cops. I don't dislike cops. I don't, you know, I don't want people to get the wrong impression of me as far as um, uh, me hating cops or disliking them in any way, because I believe they're here for a reason. Because if we didn't have cops, there would be a lot of chaos and disorder out here. But sometimes these guys can just make you feel so targeted. And I only walked one time around. I planned on walking 3 laps. So, and from a distance, I'm telling you, like I said, these eyes can see through anything, and they can see. I seen that he was looking at me, and I said, "Whoa!" I said, "You know what?" I said, "Yo, Ty." I said, "You know what?" I said, "Do yourself a favor, get in your car, and get on out of there. I don't want I don't want any problems, and I wish that the people in the park knew that I was nothing but a black man in America that just wanted to get some exercise because I like walking." So I got in my car, I got out of there, and I was actually pretty upset because I just came to the realization that day, I came to the realization that it's really hard for a black man in America to be accepted, to be liked, to be trusted. And it was just a real weird situation. So I no longer went to that park. I don't want any problems. I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable or anything like that. So I just got in my car and I just left. So now what I do, I'm from Philadelphia. Well, I'm not from Philadelphia, but I live Ambler, Lansdale, Norristown, Bridgeport is 15, 20 minutes from Philadelphia. So they have this street in Philadelphia, what I talked about before, and a couple of my other subjects, content series, that it was a street that was very, very glamorous back in the day, as far as people driving up and down the street, in nice cars and a whole bunch of jewelry, which enticed me to chase that lifestyle. And now that street's not like that. It's not like that anymore. It's just a street to where as though people drive very fast, tailgate you, and just, I mean, pretty much try to force you to do the speed limit that they're doing, which is above the speed limit. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, everybody's in a rush to go somewhere. Where, I don't know. I mean, it's not like you went to work, put a pot roast in the oven, or you were home, put a pot roast in the oven. We're gone for 8 hours and then decided to rush home and get it out. So I don't know what's going on. But Broad Street now is a street that I walk. I actually walk in the city of Philadelphia up and down. I park my car at Broad and Cheltenham, and from I'll walk at least 5, 6 miles up and walk 5, 6 miles back. And I feel comfortable there. I feel very comfortable walking that street. I got my headphones on. Nobody's looking at me. As a matter of fact, if they're looking at me, they're probably looking at the brother, what I mean, looking at me like, you know, who's this dude with the headphones on that's getting this little walk boogie on, and looks like he has some calmness and just a look about me to where as though I'm glad that, I'm not being looked at as if I'm a threat. So, um, life in general, part one is probably going to be a whole bunch about how it feels to be a black man in America. And like I said, I don't want anybody to be offended. I don't blame anybody for anything because these news stations really they really put it out there to where as though the black man is just such a threat and he's just going to do something to you that he's not even thinking about, or at least I'm not thinking about. I'm not even thinking about that or about anything except for getting my exercise in, going to work, coming home, paying my bills, paying my taxes, and of course, drinking my wine. And I'm going to take a sip of it right now. I always say I'm going to take a sip, but I wind up gulping a couple times. So that's my story. I thought it was going to be short like usual, but typical Ty, stone muscle. I'm usually going to keep rambling on past the 15-minute mark just to try to give you guys some game or some knowledge and some insight of what it's like out here in this world and the things that I've been through. So I'm going to check on out. I hope you like this video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep on putting out videos and trying to relay a message that's coming from this man who's been through hell and back for no other reason than my own. Because like I said, I don't blame anybody. I could have did the right thing instead of the left thing. I could have went down this path instead of that path. So shout out to everybody listening to this, who's going to listen to this. And I hope you enjoy your day, enjoy your week, enjoy this year, which is March 4th, 2021. And have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good night, good afternoon, good evening, and stay safe. Peace.